Welcome to the Corelli Show.
I'm Corey.
I'm Ellie, and this is Baby Sage.
Welcome to Nature Art Club,
the online edition.
all those ants and worms and roly-polies. This week, we're talking about bugs and insects, or what I like to call creepy crawlies.
Sage, are you a little bugger?
Like all insects, his body is divided into three parts: a head, a thorax, or middle part, and an abdomen, or stomach.
Hey friends, on today's Process Art with Ellie project, we're gonna make a bug house. So first, we need to get some things that a bug would like to help invite him in. I'm gonna grab my collection bucket and my scissors, and I'm gonna get to it. I think this grass, dried grass, is perfect for my bugs. I'm gonna get a bunch of that. Next up, bugs love flowers because of the nectar. So I'm gonna grab some of these buttercups to entice them to my house. A bee came over here earlier, so I'm gonna make sure that I don't collect all the flowers because I wanna make sure that the bugs over here still know where their flowers are. That's a good thing to keep in mind when you're collecting out in nature. Don't collect everything. Heyo, it's yarrow. What a magical herb. I'm gonna grab some of this. Come up close. You can notice that some bugs already ate a lot of it. That must mean that it's really yummy leaves. Insects love leaves. Okie dokie. I think that's enough stuff. Let's go inside so we can get started.
In his abdomen are some small holes called spiracles, through which he breathes. His wings and his 6 legs all grow out from his thorax.
Hi friends, so I'm back inside and I've got all of my supplies. This is what we'll need. Everything we collected outside. Some dryer lint. I'm sure you have some of this. Our 3 hard tubes. A foldable mat board. And a piece of ribbon. All right. And now let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is make the house itself. So I've got my 3 tubes and I'm going to lay out my ribbon with my tubes on top. I want them to have 2 on the bottom and 1 on top. Next, I'll take my roof and I'll put it right over it. I've got one side of the ribbon on this side, one side on this side, and I want to put both of my ends together and center them. All right. So this might be a part where you get your parents' help. So I'm going to take my ribbon. I'm going to crisscross one side over. And then I'm going to take that tail and tuck it underneath and pull it tight. All right, I'm gonna do the bunny ear method of tying. So that means you take and get 2 loops for the 2 bunny ears. You crisscross your loops, and then you take 1 loop and poke it through the hole underneath and pull it tight. And just like that, we've got the base for our house. Roof on top, a ribbon together, our 3 tubes. And what we're gonna do from here is fill it. So this is what helps keep our bugs nice and cozy. I like to start out with my dryer lint, and I just like to fill the tubes. I like to think of the dryer lint as cozy bedding. So I just keep getting more and poking it into my holes. I like that dryer lint is different colors, just depending on what you wash. A lot of times we wash our bunnies' sheets and it gets little bits of hay in it. So I think that's perfect for our project. So filling in all my holes, boop, boop, boop. All right. Next, I'm gonna add some of my plants. And this will give our bugs something to munch on while they're hanging out. So I'm just gonna take and poke my leaves and sticks and flowers into my house. Poke, poke, poke. They'll kind of stick out, and that's cool. All right. Oh, there's already a little bug on this one. Perfect. Our first resident. Now that I'm looking up close, do you see all these little bugs? Perfect. It's a whole family. All right. Look how cute. There's one on the yarrow. Yarrow is so cute and fuzzy. So I'll just make sure to tuck things into my loops and my holes. This house is looking nice and cozy. I'm gonna flip it over so I can add stuff to this side. Goodness gracious, there's already so many bugs in here. I love it. Bugs depend on plants to live. They like to eat the plants to give them nutrients. And then from there, animals like frogs and birds eat the bugs, and that is how our food chain gets started. Isn't it cool? All right. There we go. So I'm just gonna take all these bugs and I'm just gonna shake them right in. Goodness. They kind of look like mouse poop to me. All right. And there you have it, your bug house. So next, if you'll follow me, we can find a place to put this outside and it will help our bugs have a place to live. Cool. All right, friends, so now I've got my house and I'm gonna find a great place to put it. I think I want to add it into the woods over here and a nice secluded spot for my bugs. I think underneath this cedar tree will be a great place. Home sweet home. Here's a bug hotel that we've made in the past. Check out all the rooms. We put this one down low on the ground, and that helps the bugs find it. Let's see if we have any residents. Oh man, we do. Lots of roly-poly-olies. How cool. I'll put it back so they can keep safe. All right, friends, so before we start our project for Friday, what we've got to do is get something prepared. So we've got our bag with our flowers and bugs inside. And we've got to add some water. So open it up and add some water. We don't want to add too much. Just enough. That should be good. So I'm gonna close it almost all the way, and then I'm gonna lay it flat to get the extra air out. Until the water starts to leak, then I'll close it off. So what I want is for it to be fairly thin. I don't want it to be bulged out. And what we're gonna do is take and place this in our freezers. We don't have a freezer here at Forest School, but we do at our house. So we'll take this to our house, put it in the freezer, and then we'll use it for our project on Friday. Try to make sure that the bugs and the flowers kind of separate out a little bit. I like how this feels.
Aphids, you know, are the little bugs that are a common garden pest. The ladybird beetles eat them, doing man a great service.
Hey everybody, welcome to Drawing with Corey. The only supplies that we're gonna need today are a piece of paper, a drawing utensil like a pencil, a pen, or a marker. Today, we're focusing on bugs and insects. So we're gonna be drawing a ladybug and a spider. Let's get started. So the first way to draw a ladybug would be from the side. So I'm gonna start right here about in the middle of the page over here on the side and just do a rainbow line or a big frown line, an arc. And then I'm gonna connect it down at the bottom. And over here on the side, I gotta draw the head. So I'm gonna draw another small kind of arc coming off from that, and another line connecting that. Then I've gotta add the legs. It's an insect, so there are 6 legs. And also, all insects have antennas, so we gotta do just 2 lines off the head for the antennas. Now, since it's a ladybug, we can go in and add the spots. So we'll just draw some circles on here. If you'll notice, one of mine is off the side, so I just made a little arc shape. And there we have our first little ladybug. Now, if I wanted to draw one from a top-down view, I'm just gonna move over a little bit, and I'll start with an oval for the body. And then, on top of that, I'm gonna draw a U that's upside down, and that's for the head. And this ladybug kind of has a big head, but that's okay. I kind of do too. And we'll add his little antennas on there. And then on the inside of this, we're gonna draw a Y. So it's like a V right there, and then a line going down through the middle. So each side is a set of wings. And then I'm gonna draw my little circles on here for the spots. And then my 6 legs. And there's my ladybug from above. Now, if I wanted to draw a spider.
The black widow subsists on various insects, such as this cockroach. She encases her victims with silk and then kills with poison from her fangs.
The first thing I would do is draw also a big oval. And below that oval, I'm gonna draw a smaller circle. So we've got the body and the head. And from there, I'm going to draw 4 legs to start. So they're all gonna come out of this front part of the body. And they're gonna kind of curve up around, kind of like around the body, like that, going backwards. Spiders have long legs, or at least some of them do. And then they've also got legs going down forward. And now that we have 4 legs, we need to add 2 more in. So I'm gonna draw 2 more that go up with the ones in the back. And then 2 more that go down forwards. And now to draw the little fangs or the mouth, I'm gonna do a tiny little C and a tiny little backward C right there. And they're little pinchers. And then I'm gonna have this spider web hanging. So I gotta put its web or the string coming up from the back, going upwards. And so now I've got a ladybug from the side, a ladybug going up, and a spider hanging down. And if you wanted to put a setting in there, you could go back to some of our videos on plants and look at those. I'm gonna draw this ladybug on a leaf. So I'm drawing, like I did before, a kind of frown line, then a smile line, and a line going right down the middle for a leaf that this one's on. And maybe like the stalk of a small tree or something for this other one. I'm gonna draw a line all the way up from the bottom and one all the way down from over there. And so now this ladybug is going up the tree. And now this spider's gotta be hanging from something, so I'm gonna have a line that comes off the trunk and goes off like a little tree branch. So now we've got the spider hanging from the tree branch. And at the bottom, if we wanted to put some grass is fun. It's just kind of little wavy lines. We have 2 wavy lines together that meet at the top to form a point. And some can be tall, some can be short. And I'm just gonna put a whole bunch here together. And a few over here. And there we have a nice little picture. But wait, I need to put it in a scene. So this is the horizon line, or where the land meets the sky. And now our picture has a setting. Here's a sped up version of me finishing mine. You can pause the video here so you can finish yours too.
Here is our activity kit for Friends and Family Week. So for our first project, we have the supplies to make a card. This is a special card because it's going to pop up. We've got a pre-stamped envelope, circles for flowers, a little sparkly, some leaves, a glue stick to stick it on, 2 sheets of paper, and a pencil. We've got a house that stands up. And we've got some siding for our house. We've got a friend and a family. And we've got some different adhesive backed felt to decorate our house as well. So those are the supplies that we're going to use for our friend and family activity kit.
We'll see you next time.